Joey likes to lie low. He's only 10 years old, but the last 5 years haven't been easy. The bills and pills piled up after a routine visit to the vet. Joey was getting a second dose of Frontline, a preventative flea and tick treatment. His owner, Jan, says 48 hours later, her healthy dog was vomiting and lethargic.
I wondered every day if he was going to make it.
Jan spent $10,000 to save Joey. And she's not alone. In Texas, it took $5,000 to save Sassy. And we found similar stories across the country.
He will probably always have a wobble when he walks.
We looked at hundreds of regulatory documents, government databases, and court cases to find out what's being done to protect your pet from reacting to a flea and tick product. They're sold over the counter by several companies in shampoos and powders, by companies like Hartz, and spot-on products that you apply to the back of your pet from companies like Frontline and Advantix. While there are lots of options, the EPA says it only saw a sharp increase in reported reactions to spot-on treatment. Complaints have decreased, but our investigation of the latest data found there were still 34,800 complaints in a 16-month period.
You take into account the billions and billions of doses of these flea products that are used on there, how big a percentage is 34,000 compared to billions?
Dr. David Conkle is vice president of the Ohio Veterinary Medical Association. Conkle believes spot-on products are safe.
I'd be willing to bet that upwards of 99% of the adverse reactions that are reported, there's actually something else going on in that animal that contributed to its demise. It was just a coincidence that that flea product was used on them.
In a letter, Frontline's parent company, Merrill, told Joey and Sassy's owners that the symptoms of their pet were not consistent with the use of Frontline.
It seems like our problems, even though they're in the thousands and growing, are sort of minimized.
Pet owners aren't the only ones continuing to fight. The Humane Society of the United States wants change.
I think we're really only scratching the surface as far as the number of actual injuries and deaths that occur because of these products.
The Humane Society wants a national poison control hotline so complaints are processed in a central location. Right now, consumers complain to the manufacturer, and that information is passed on to the EPA.
Why would the EPA allow the manufacturers to police themselves?
The EPA didn't want to talk about it, but public documents reveal the EPA's own investigation found more detailed data is needed about each adverse reaction. The EPA, however, still isn't gathering that important information. The EPA is, though, focusing on labeling changes, saying current warning labels are hard to read, buried in text, or not specific. Still, it believes many of the adverse reactions are caused by misuse, saying pet owners are using dog products on cats and misdosing the product. Marla Carter, 2 News works for you.